So I started Husk Power Systems in my home state, Bihar, in India in 2008. We started with biomass gasification technology. We ramped it up with initial equity funding. Didn't quite work. After 5, 6 years, we actually shut them all down. So we restarted our journey by pivoting to solar PV and battery hybrid technology. And that's the hybrid technology that we launched in early 2016. And we started speaking with Electrify in 2017, right 1 year after Electrify was launched. At that time, we did have equity of $5 to $6 million base, but no debt funding on the balance sheet, which is capital intensive business. We have to have debt capital on the balance sheet to grow. And Electrify was willing to do several things that is quite unique in early stage journey, especially when we pivoted both our business model and technology. One, the asset class did not really exist in 2016 timeframe. Second is corporate debt was unheard of in the mini grid sector. Third is when you look at ENS type of stuff that any financial institution will attach to your deal, it's quite complex. EDFI does Electrify does extremely well by making it like fit for purpose. So what was really interesting is they took a bet in early stage journey of an asset class that was not really investable at the time. They were willing to write a corporate debt when no DFI in the world, and we spoke with probably a dozen DFIs at that time, would take a bite on corporate debt. An asset class for which corporate debt is absolutely essential, project finance was getting pushed around, which is not the right instrument, in my opinion. And Electrify was willing to work with us, with entrepreneurs. I think one of the speakers from DEG spoke about meeting the entrepreneur where they are at. Electrify exemplifies that. And for that, we are very grateful. Electrify injected $6 million funding as a corporate debt. I'm going to repeat that like 100 times. And it was very reasonable cost. They do take different positions on on the debt stack. They came in as a senior debt. They reduced their debt cost by 200 bips because they came in as a senior debt versus junior debt, which was also very interesting that I don't see others doing. And last but not the least, once we showed some success in scaling, so we were infant when Electrify was willing to take a risk. We got $6 million. We showed some progress. We also closed $25 million equity prior to that and showed some progress of scaling profitably. And then Electrify saw that progress and did a top up very recently. And it was very interesting for me to know that we are apparently the largest exposer for Electrify with $10 million. I promise we will repay. Uh, but talking about scale, $10 million is not sufficient. As of today, we are scaling or we are deploying capital profitably in India and Nigeria at the rate of about $4 million a month. So $4 million top up that we just got, we invested in less than 40 days. So we are looking for hopefully larger exposure by Electrify as well. We are looking at raising more than $500 million in 2025. So thank you for getting us from infant to toddler. Now we are trying to get into an adulthood, and we would like more funding than less. And we are ready and willing to take $500 million to scale to the next level.